What are the international laws on space debris? Have you ever wondered what happens to all the old satellites and rocket parts floating around in space? This is a growing concern, especially for missions focused on astrobiology, which aim to find life beyond Earth. The question of international laws on space debris is essential for ensuring these missions can proceed safely. Space debris, often called space junk, includes defunct satellites, spent rocket stages, and fragments from collisions or explosions in Earth's orbit. As the number of objects in space increases, so does the risk to active satellites and missions. Politicians play a vital role in shaping the laws that govern this issue, balancing scientific progress with national security and global cooperation. At the international level, there isn't a single law that specifically addresses space debris cleanup. Instead, there is a collection of treaties and guidelines that countries follow. The Outer Space Treaty of 1967 is the foundational legal framework. It states that outer space is open for exploration by all nations but prohibits any claims of sovereignty over it. This treaty also holds countries accountable for their activities in space, including those conducted by private companies. Another important treaty is the Rescue Agreement of 1968. This agreement requires countries to return any foreign space objects found on their territory to the original owner and to notify the United Nations about such discoveries. While this helps track space debris, it does not provide solutions for removing debris already in orbit. To tackle the growing issue of space debris, the United Nations Committee on the Peaceful Uses of Outer Space developed space debris mitigation guidelines. Endorsed by the United Nations General Assembly in 2007, these guidelines recommend best practices for minimizing new debris creation. They suggest designing satellites to avoid breakups, limiting the releases of mission-related objects, and ensuring that spacecraft are removed from orbit after their operational life ends. In addition to international efforts, national agencies like the National Aeronautics and Space Administration and the European Space Agency have their own policies for limiting orbital debris. For instance, the European Space Agency has updated its policy to reduce the time satellites remains in low Earth orbit after their missions end. NASA has also established procedures for limiting orbital debris and assessing risks to spacecraft. From a politician's perspective, these laws and guidelines are important for several reasons. They help protect valuable space assets, including those used for astrobiology missions. They also promote international cooperation and transparency, reducing the risk of conflicts in space. Furthermore, they set standards for new commercial space activities, which are rapidly increasing. However, current laws have limitations. There is no binding international requirement for cleaning up existing debris, and enforcement mechanisms are weak. Politicians must consider how to strengthen these frameworks, especially as the number of space objects continues to rise and the risk to astrobiology missions grows. Practical steps include supporting research into debris removal technologies, encouraging international collaboration, and updating laws to address new challenges in space. While international laws on space debris provide a foundation for responsible behavior in space, they are not enough to solve the problem alone. Politicians play a key role in shaping and strengthening these laws to ensure the long-term sustainability of space activities, including those vital to astrobiology missions.